is different here, Sonali, about Wells Fargo? Where are they in that restructuring process?
Slow and painful in the middle of it, Tom. We see the efficiency ratio here above 80%. Compare that with Bank of America at 71%. They have a lot to do in terms of cutting costs. We already know they're cutting jobs. They're cutting people at every rank, the highest ranks at the bank. You have Charlie Scharf, of course, of former JP Morgan fame, former Visa fame, coming in here and putting in his own guard, though that change is slow, and investors seem to try to be giving Wells Fargo time, and we know there are the bulls and there are the bears for the Wells Fargo story.
Sonali, we've heard from 4 of the 5 big banks on Wall Street now. There's always a theme. What's the theme so far?
I would say costs, actually, John, because if you think about it, they all have been helped by, and Charlie Scharf even said so in the press release. We've been helped by monetary and fiscal stimulus. How long does that gain last for? They have other pressures on their top line, but their costs are bloated. And some of these banks, we know, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley has committed to keeping people on through the end of the year. So where do they reduce the bottom? Where do they add changes there to expenses, and where does that go into next year? Are we going to see a massive pains in terms of headcount reductions next year?
Read layoffs. That's what headcount reductions will translate into. There is also a question about whether some of these banks will increase lending, given the fact that there is so much support on the fiscal side. We've known they've been tightening standards, reducing credit available to some smaller businesses, Wells Fargo doing the same. Any sign of what the future holds on that front, given some of the pressures that we're seeing?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, because that data is very, very hard to find, Lisa. But when you look at the loan officer surveys to the Fed, it shows you that they are planning on reining in lending here. They are worried about the future, and we will see charge-offs into the end of next year. So the little guys might have a tough time finding a loan tomorrow.
10-year return, Wells Fargo, 1.9% a year. Wow, what a train wreck.